We made it to the weekend, guys. I'm Ryan. This is Michigan Storm Chasers, and today's video, we're going to break down the next week or so of weather. Starting with today, take a look at what's happening around the state, temperature forecast, precip forecast, and then talk about a much warmer week coming up, potential for a storm system to end late next week. Let's go ahead and dive in, but before I do, shout out to today's sponsor of the video, Pro Powder, based out of the South Haven, Michigan area. For powder coating needs for residential or commercial use, feel free to give Pro Powder a call. 269-637-8722 is the number for Pro Powder. And thank you to Pro Powder for sponsoring today's video and keeping operations rolling here at Michigan Storm Chasers. Today, Saturday, is the last day we're seeing of colder temperatures, at least for most of the state. UP is an exception because they're further north, it'll be colder up there, but further south here, this is the last cold day in the 7 to 10 day forecast. So going to tomorrow's forecast, we're going to just through the time frames. This is your 48-hour short-term model here. Temperatures today across the state will widely be in the upper 30s or low 40s. Unless you're up in the UP, we could be looking at upper 20s there. That's going to retreat back south, and then by the time we get into Sunday, take a peek at Sunday's temperatures, guys. Tomorrow will be quite warm, getting into the 50s pretty much for the entire Lower Peninsula, maybe even parts of the UP getting up close to 50 as well. That is going to be the story for the next several days, actually basically the entire week upcoming here. Switching the short term to a long term forecast, the European going into that Monday time period here, we are going to be seeing the temperatures throughout the week becoming very, very warm. Here is Monday. We're going to see resurgence. Bam, there's Monday up in the 50s once again, probably close to 60 degrees for Monday afternoon there. Repeat for Tuesday, but Tuesday we're going to have a little bit of a front move through, which could stall temperatures further north. So further north will be colder on Tuesday, further south will be much warmer. That'll be the case for Tuesday, and also for the case on Wednesday as well. Wednesday doesn't get as warm as we would like to see, but still likely going to be close to 50 for a lot of us here. And then we move into the Thursday time frame, much of the same, and then attention then shifts to a system on Friday. Going to a national look here, I want to kind of move you guys through what we're kind of watching. So first and foremost, this is your moisture. This is going to be important because we're watching a system for the next week, Friday, Saturday time frame, which could catch our eye for both snow and rain or storm potential. This is your moisture. The brownish tan colors are indicating very dry air, and the greenish white colors indicating moist air. So we're going to keep a close eye on how the moisture interacts with the overall U.S. here over the next couple of weeks. So pay attention. This is where your moisture comes from, the Gulf here. And if the system up here passing through is strong enough, it'll pull this Gulf moisture further north. So we're going to move through the first half of the week here. We're going to notice the moisture stays pretty far to our south, remaining pretty dry up here in Michigan. We're going to move this through into the Sunday time period tomorrow. We're going to Monday here. We're pretty dry, and then we're going to get into that midweek time frame. We're going to start seeing these systems pass through that pull the Gulf moisture further north here. In particular, we're watching the Friday time period right here. Back this up here. We have a system that develops off to the west here, somewhere out here. It's going to move our direction. As it does so, it's going to be strong enough to pull that Gulf moisture further north. And as the time we get into the late Friday evening into the Saturday morning period, we're seeing quite a moist atmosphere in place for this type of season. For March, it's quite moist. And this is going to be something to watch here for that Friday, Saturday time frame. So going over into the precipitation depiction here, kind of how that looks, we're going to start seeing that system develop here around that Friday time period right about here. And we're going to track that through. It's a pretty strong low pressure system. It's a 983 according to the European here. That is quite potent for this time of year. Anything really below 990 for this time of year is quite strong in nature. This could try to make a run toward 980. With that, it means it's going to be a lot stronger, a lot more moisture returns for the north. But with that also, could see some heavier snow on the backside of the system, but also we have a nice cold front back through here that may spark some showers and perhaps some thunderstorms, some of which could be severe in the Midwest region if this solution plays out. So we're keeping a close eye on that. We're still a week away, so it's not anything to get concerned about just yet. But models do show and also agree on this system moving through we'll watch it very closely here and bring you guys updates if it starts trending in a direction of either heavy rain, snow, or even perhaps severe weather in the worst case scenario. So after that system moves through, we remain pretty active in nature. Perhaps some snow on the backside as colder air filters in. Shouldn't be a big deal. Maybe some lake effect snow even. But generally speaking, that shouldn't be a huge deal on the snow side. If that system does take its current projected track, it should stay pretty much north into Canada, leaving Michigan in pretty much an entire rain solution. So other than that, the only thing we're going to watch is really today. We're having some light snow showers pass through the northern part of Michigan here. That could dump an inch or so in spots, but overall it's not going to be a huge deal. But other than that, we're not really seeing much anything else over the next week or so that catches our eye besides that Friday system. So generally speaking, putting it all together, temperature forecast, we're going to be quite mild this week in the 50s and perhaps 60s at times. It's going to be the warmest week of the year so far. Attention shifts to that Friday, Saturday time frame where a 70-degree stat could be the case here for the lower part of Michigan. If that is the case, we're going to keep an eye on our thunderstorm potential, as 70 degrees with moist air with a cold front coming through. It's going to mean rain at the very least, but also the chance there, if a sharp enough temperature gradient is realized, it could spark some thunderstorms off with this system. So we're going to watch it. Like I said, keep you guys updated on it. With that being said, I'm going to pop out of here. You guys enjoy your day. Enjoy the last wintry-like day in a while. And also, if you're a spring lover, you're going to like the next 7 days here in Michigan.